Folks, harmonica friends, harp dogs, people who are into harmonica music. I've been watching your videos for the last couple of years, learning a lot from so many people, including Jason Ritchie, Liam Ward, Joe Flisco, all these people, Jonah Fox. You know what? There's more of them than I can remember. Ricky Cool. I've been watching all your videos and just learning a ton of stuff and helped me make purchases and what not to buy. And I've learned a lot of licks off of people, like Jason Ritchie's great, but all of the other people too. What's his name? Wild. All these things are great. Okay, so I'm going to actually make a harmonica review video, but I'm going to make it my comparison of, guess what? The $80 or so crossover I got for a little less that I just got. It's in the key of D. Because my D Rocket just died out of nowhere, which pissed me off. You spend $60. And this, I got this for $12.50. Kongsheng Amazing 20. It's a special 20 knockoff from China. Okay. Don't hate on it. It has nothing to do with what country it's from that I'm talking about it. And it's an Amazing 20. Up until recently, for like 6 months, you could get those on Temu. You could get these for under $13, like $12.50. Now, I think they took that off. They go back and forth. AliExpress was selling them for $25. I think now you can get them for $25, certainly under $35. It depends on which key. They've also got, I've got a high G in that. But what am I doing here today that I want you to pay attention to? What's my high G? Is I'm comparing the crossover to the Kongsheng because I'm blown away by how much this can do that this does for like 5 times the price. Okay. So maybe I'll put my hand over and cover. You won't know which one I'm playing. Okay. Let's see if we can go back and forth. Okay. I'm going to use some of my favorite licks just to give you an idea because I just got this. I just got the crossover from FedEx about an hour ago. Okay. Okay. I was trying to cover up the word on the name on the comb. Here's another one. I can't do. Okay, hold on. Okay, not the best thing I've ever played, but the point that I'm making is they sound almost the exact same. Okay, the crossover was the second one. The Amazing 20 was the first one. I think most people would not be able to hear the difference. Okay, now, so I'll do my quick comparison of the $80 harp and the knockoff of a special 20. Okay, just to really show why a crossover should not be $80. It just shouldn't be. And by the way, is it that much better than this? This is a different key. This is F than this recent Marine Band Deluxe I bought. Okay, that's the crossover. Kongsheng. $12.50 is what I paid. Okay, so, but forget the Marine Band Deluxe. We're back to crossover versus Amazing 20. And while I'll be buying more Amazing 20s, I won't be buying any more crossovers. I bought one. That's it. I feel like I should just send it back. I was expecting something amazing. Couple of comparisons. Tone. Crossover's tone. It's nice. It's nice. Okay. I mean, but the Amazing 20 is pretty much a special 20. It's got a little more warmth and mellow. I mean, if you like that, than the crossover, but it's completely competitive. I would say the tone's a little bit better on the Amazing 20. Don't hate me. Overblows. I don't do overblows. My resolution is, unless I can do everything that it was just normal blowing and drawing, I'm not going to start doing that because most of the time it sounds terribly squeaky and unpleasant to me. There's only a handful of people that really use them that I enjoy listening to. And mostly I think people do it for kind of exhibition or demonstrative purposes. But I'd love to be able to have the ability to do it. And I've seen people say, oh, this thing comes ready to overblow. That's not true unless maybe you're just really technically fantastic. Okay, this is the 10. That was 10, 9, 8. Okay, it can be done, and I don't do them especially well, but try 6, which I saw people saying, using the same method, all I'm getting is more volume. Okay, so the 6 is not immediately overblowable. Okay, even on a Kongsheng, the 9 does have an overblow. The 8 has an overblow. Okay, on the 1250 harp. Okay. The 6, I'm not getting it. Okay, now, it may be that I'm not a great player. I don't think I'm a great player. But, so I say tone goes to Kongsheng. Overblows the crossover by a hair. Chords. Okay, this is the area where I think you'll hear the difference. Okay. I mean, I'm doing some octavey stuff. How about this one? Oh, sorry. So crossover. I think the crossover is a little bit better, and I think that's because this one is more of a compromise. This one is equal temperament. The Kongsheng is equal temperament. So I'll give it to the crossover. I mean, if you're going to play chords, I think the crossover sounds a little bit better. Loudness, the Kong is louder. Okay. I mean, you can get loud with the Kongsheng. Doesn't feel quite as loud, and I don't feel as confident going loud with it. Maybe that's just in my mind, but it ain't louder than the Kongsheng. The Kongsheng is up there in loudness with the rocket. Okay, even though this one is a different key. Okay, just using the Marine Band Deluxe as an example. Responsiveness. I think the Kongsheng is as responsive, if not better, because of the plastic comb, which I'm a plastic comb fan. You just slide right up and down this comb. Whoops, backwards. No problem with it at all. The bamboo's perfectly nice. I like that it's recessed and it's like rounded off. But metal, I mean, if you've been playing harp all night on metal, your lips are going to hurt. I don't care how laminated this wood is compared to this sort of softer, smoother plastic. It's just easier on your lips. So I got to give the Kongsheng the responsiveness and comfort advantage. Ouch, Mr. Corner. Ouch. Not a whole lot of fun, to hold this, which is okay because I'm not mostly using, most of my harps are rockets and special 20s and Kongshengs. This is nice and rounded. On my special 20s, I actually just round them to be like this and like a rocket. Okay, so there is almost no good. Maybe if you're gonna fiddle with them, if you're gonna break it open and actually like do lots of touch ups to the tuning and the to the reed position, how it sits in the slot, and more about this stuff, and very possibly this is a much better harmonica to open up and make a couple of adjustments to. I get it. My idea is that like the freaking company should do that. Okay, like you fix it, make it better. I mean, I do open them up from time to time. Okay, I've had limited success with tuning them. That's partly how I killed my last rocket, where I had to get a new D harp. I've opened these up and I've been able to change the tuning, and I've been able to these Kongsheng. I have a lot of Kongshengs because I have about. It's behind that. I use Lee Oscar boxes, even though I don't use Lee Oscar harps. I use their boxes. Whoops. Okay, so I've got about 25 or so harps. That way I have a backup if I'm playing out someplace, or if something goes bad, I have to wait 10 days for something to show up or whatever it might be, although this took 1 day, which is great. But I've got second, and I've had practice versions. Usually I use the Kongshengs for practice because I figured they're cheaper. They're super cheap. And then I kind of save my Hohners, my rockets, my special 20s, in this case a crossover, in another case a Marine Band Deluxe, for when I'm actually playing with people and I want it to sound good. But I'm more and more learning that unless I go to chords, I don't play that many chords and octaves. I mean, I'm mostly looking to toot on melodious stuff and to play particular licks that are in one note at a time. Unless I'm going to chords, which I don't do very much, this guy, the Kongsheng Amazing 20, which now I think they've raised it to $30 in some places, but you can probably still get them lower, and they'll probably bring them low again. AliExpress and Temu. They're also on Amazon. Depends on where you go. This thing is less than half the price of any equivalent Hohner, and 90% is good. 90% is good. And if you're not, if you're not Jason Ritchie, who's amazing, who I love, or one of these really awesome players, you don't need anything more than that. And you're gonna play hard. I play hard sometimes. I try not to. You're gonna blow out harps. And if you want to be able to maintain like a set of 12, I mean, there's people who actually go to jams. I play at blues jams. I'm not in a band right now. I play in blues jams, and there's people who show up and someone says, well, can you do D flat? And they go, oh, I don't know. You know, and the harp player says, well, I've only got 5 keys with me. I don't do that. I go with all 12. Okay, I go with all 12. So whatever the guitarist says he wants to do, I can do it. I don't have to be a hassle. Okay, because a lot of harp players are kind of a hassle because I only brought my A, D, G, and C. It's like, okay, now you can only play in, you know, whatever it is, D, G, you know, if you're probably playing second position or whatever it might be. So, you know, for anyone who cares about what I'm doing, not that I'm any great famous player, but I bring all 12 pretty much wherever I go, and I have backups. If one blows one night, I can go home and flip it, order another one. I can use it, and I've played the Kongsheng Special 20s, amazing 20s, you know, on a couple different stages, and nobody knows. And also, I have one of these. I love this Hohner. This is great. This, not green bullet, what do you call it? Harp blaster. Okay, and I have a nice amp. Nice sort of tube amp. Okay. And once you put a harp through this, it sounds like, that's what it sounds like. It stops sounding like whatever brand it is right away. And this is what it sounds like. This is the Stratocaster. This is the Telecaster right here. And the way you set the amp is going to, so like, you know, if your harp is too bassy, your harp's a little bit too trebly, whatever you think, you're going to fix that. You're now using an amplifier. And the harp blaster is bassy without being too bassy. This is a pretty nice instrument. I like this a lot. Anyways, I see other people with these. These are great, being able to turn it up. Anyways, bye-bye. That's my video. Okay, bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed it.